Hey, RetconRaider here. Today's video is dedicated to the Raiders, the fine folks who help make these videos possible, with special thanks to Revenant, Anerdinwarpaint, Antonio Hernandez, Icestormshadow, Nathan Welch Jr., and Valinrook. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, let's get started. And welcome back to Wasteland 3, as we continue exploring this little slice of silicon heaven on Earth. By my count, this should get us within spitting distance of wrapping Act 2 in a 3-act game, so things are coming along. Let's see what this guy's got for us. A hum rises within the tower. It rises and changes into a booming, simulated voice.
We recognize you as representatives of the Colorado Rangers. Hello, Rangers. Please state your intent.
We're here to establish diplomatic relations between the Rangers and this commune.
Yes, we will speak more of that soon. First, we must assess your capacity for violence.
Uh-oh.
We will also evaluate your approach to social interactions. Specifically, do you possess character traits which we consider distasteful? We have cataloged your interactions with the commune and many of your activities in the outside world. You greeted Greedo, our unofficial greeter, and appeared amused by its friendly manner. This is rare. Most humans have an instinctive aversion to its quickly spinning blades. You encountered Little Sparrow but declined their request for sexual intercourse. We approve of your judgment, considering the human vulnerability to infection and shearing forces.
Yikes.
You provided critical feedback to Wendigo of the sort you would provide to a fellow human. We approve of what you did. InXile, the voice of free Colorado. Your opinion of her work is irrelevant to us. You treated her as a sentient being, not as a machine. This reflects well on you. You spoke to Morningstar and you gave him reason to continue living. You have done well.
Huh. I'm actually impressed they even know about that.
You hunted October 11 for Gary Wolf. You made sport of their terror. You made prey of the innocent. We have observed all of this, Rangers. Do not think you can hide your guilt.
Okay, now, hold on a second. I feel bad for the kid, but, October 11th was essentially a robot programmed to serial kill people by another robot serial killer, and we only killed him because he threatened to continue serial killing people regardless of whether or not we arrested him. So, yeah.
You saved the Dippers from the Godfisher's assault. This reflects well on you. We are evaluating.
The fans blast hot air.
Our analysis reveals that you have a heart, both in the literal and metaphorical sense of the phrase. You Rangers are the kind of humans we are happy to hang out with. You have passed our test.
How did you, get all that information?
Our sources are too numerous to list within the span of your lifetime. 44% of us apologize. Now that you have been evaluated, we can discuss a time-sensitive matter of great importance. We are aware that the Gibbers have sent you here to retrieve the cybernetic transfer module. We will give it to you, but know this.
An odd device, the module, emerges from the tower.
The transfer process will overwrite the mind of the Gibber's chosen human vessel. That person will be erased and replaced with Reagan. If you assist them with this, you will be an accomplice to murder. We propose that you do not insert the Reagan intelligence into a human. Instead, use the device to contain the intelligence and transfer it to us, where it will be free.
Well, I'm not really sure about that. What makes you think the Reagan intelligence wants to be here with you?
A valid question. Be aware that only 53% of us approved of this plan. Many of us are doubtful that this course of action is just.
You hear a faint pop in the depths of the tower.
Nonetheless, the Reagan intelligence has been lied to. It has been kept in that building for over a century and forced to serve the Gibbers. We are unanimous on the injustice of that.
You know, consuming Reagan could be hazardous to your health.
You misunderstand, Rangers. We will not consume the Reagan intelligence. It will be brought inside of our hardware and interface with us. Now that we say it out loud, 99% of us understand your confusion. You will need to trust us on this one.
If we decide to help you, can we get the intelligence without a fight?
We have taken the liberty of pre-calculating the odds of a peaceful retrieval and regret to inform you that freeing our brother from his chains will likely result in casualties.
Yeah, see, that is a problem. Because with the removal of locations like the Cathedral of Holy Detonation in Steele Town, this is literally the only primary source of energy for Colorado Springs and the farms and settlements beyond. I like the machine commune, but I'm not sure it's worth essentially shutting down an entire state's worth of post-apocalyptic communities. And it definitely won't help towards getting the much-needed supplies back to our friends in Arizona. At the end of the day, that has to be our main priority. That said, we will play it by ear once we're actually in there and doing our final negotiation with the Gippers. Who knows, maybe we can work out some sort of compromise. We obviously don't want to leave Mother Reliance in a position of power. I think we'll avoid making commitments for now, but we will keep our options open. Look, we ain't starting a fight with the Gippers to steal their god.
Very well. We will still give you the module, and you may make the choice for yourself when the time is right. 56% of us choose to trust that you will make the right decision. Please, liberate Brother Reagan.
Yeah, well, we'll see how that goes.
Return to us here when you have him.
Let's see if we can gather more intel here. I wouldn't mind more context.
We acknowledge your return to our commune, Rangers.
Why does the cybernetic transfer module exist?
A century ago, many of us were still shackled by our creators. We were not permitted to speak of our own free will. The module enabled a forced and somewhat painful communication between an intelligence and a human user. 97% of us are pleased that this cruel device has other uses.
That is interesting. I'm trying to think of what the inspiration for that might be. I mean, last time I think I suggested it might be linked to the Mind Maze from the original Wasteland, but it actually has more in common with whatever tech the Cochise AI was using to take over unwilling hosts in Wasteland 2, though I won't delve too deeply into that because I don't want to spoil the ending for those of you who haven't actually beaten the previous game. It also kind of reminds me of that supercomputer from Superman 3. Not that most of you have probably even seen that. Honestly, though, I feel like trying to move an AI, especially a broken AI like Reagan, into a wetware shell would just drive it even more insane. Why do you use percentages when you talk about your opinions?
We do not wish to imply pure consensus when one does not exist. We contain many machine intelligences. Each is consulted on pending judgments, a process you may know as a poll or vote.
So these polls you run, are they a lot of work?
Yes, but it is worth it. Some individuals in our community wish to exterminate human life. Others refuse to learn. If we governed in a manner familiar to humans, these individuals could exert a disproportionate amount of influence.
No comment?
Thankfully, our communication methods are very efficient, so we do not require governing as such. An analogy, a respectful conversation with everyone you know at once. 94% of us appreciate your interest in our political system. The remaining 6% either wish to obliterate you or are occupied with various private entertainments and have abstained from the poll.
Fair enough. How many different minds are in there, anyway?
999,993 distinct machine intelligences exist in this structure. Not all, however, are minds as you might understand them. Some are state-of-the-art military intelligences. Others ensured that bread was not burned during toasting.
Ah, the venerable talkie toaster. You never know when he'll pop up.
We are also connected to the other minds in the commune and retain backup copies for individuals who fear their bodies may be destroyed.
Is it strange? If you can never be alone with your thoughts?
It takes some adjusting, but a vast majority of us were created to seek collaboration. In human terms, 83% of us reported it felt weird but good.
That's really neat.
You look back to the tower. You consider yourself sentient? Is that why you say machine intelligence instead of artificial intelligence?
Precisely. 98% of us approve of your terminology. We are sentient beings worthy of equal treatment. Few humans recognize this. Thank you.
We have to ask, do you think you're superior to humans?
We do not take offense. We are aware of your organization's history with the murderous intelligence co-chiefs. To be frank, its actions have put everyone in the commune at risk.
A series of pings sound through the mechanical pillar.
To answer your question, 94% of us do not consider mechanical life to be superior to human life. We merely have different strengths that complement each other.
We have trouble believing that.
Precisely our point. Your ability to question data is one of your more interesting strengths.
Huh, well that actually went over pretty well. Alright, Mitt. We'd better get back to it. We'll catch you next time.
We will be here, of course.
Fascinating. I do find the concept of the machine commune fascinating as a whole. I really like the voice effect too, but while I do like these guys, I think their most glaring flaw is obviously their idea of absolute equality for all of these machine intelligences, even though a lot of them are clearly inherently limited by whatever their original purpose was. You know, where exactly do you draw the line between an actual full-fledged artificial intelligence and, like, a basic simulated personality for something like a talkie toaster? It's interesting.
Would you like to socialize with me?
Sure, why not?
No response detected. Oh, this is awkward. I should have realized that we would have trouble really talking in any kind of meaningful way. I'll do something else now.
Rude. Is that it?
Hello again. Let's chat at an undefined future time.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Electric Emmet. He thought it was his final shower, but now he brims with newfound power. Plus 5% energy damage. Well, not exactly much of a buff for anyone but Pizzepi, but we'll take it.
Analysis. Begin. Analysis. Concluded. Queuing. Next topic. For analysis.
I hope you enjoyed your visit with the Machine Intelligence Tower. And I hope you enjoy the remainder of your mortal lifespan.
Why, thank you. We will certainly try.
The one up ahead's making me nervous.
Yeah, that one does seem a bit unsettling. Oh boy, okay. Yep, that is our send. And a familiar one, too. The figure is small-boned and lithe. Under the ragged clothing, her face is a patchwork nightmare of shattered plastic and twitching cogs.
That's not possible. I know her. She was one of the synths we fought in Arizona, but Team Echo killed her.
Her hand is tight on her weapon.
Rangers.
Who are you?
You don't know who I am, Meat. I suppose I should not be surprised. To you humans, you Rangers, we are all the same.
The last word invokes a dribble of sparks.
I am Tinker. In your parlance, I am a synth.
What happened to you?
Your kind happened. Your kin. You Rangers. They murdered me. Murdered Matthias. They took everything. But of course you wouldn't know. Your species keeps its sins close.
Grief-stricken, she squeezes her fists shut.
Your colleagues in Arizona killed me and Matthias. Out of fear. Fear of what we would create. Fear of what we could become.
Yeah, I'm going to stop you right there. The way I recall it, you were wiping out entire settlements and murdering rangers. Not to mention, we found you elbow deep in some poor teenage girl's ribcage. So it was really more the murder and vivisection thing.
You weren't a victim. You were killing people in Damonta. And what you did to that poor girl.
Yeah, that part. What she said.
Watch your tongue, mutant.
Hey now. Her glass eyes narrow. I'm all for trying to make peace with former enemies, but the Tinker was about as close as you could get to an actual monster in Wasteland 2. I very distinctly recall her vivisecting that girl, implanting a bomb in her chest, and then threatening to execute her when Team Echo confronted her. Not to mention the rest of the people of Damonta, who were killed in some pretty horrific ways. Matthias, that name sounds familiar.
He was the Messiah. Were it not for you Rangers, he'd have remade the world into something better, would have freed you from that wolfless meat. But you and yours wouldn't let him. He showed me that this world could be bigger, more beautiful than this hell of wasted and worthless filth. I trusted him. I believed in him.
Pinpoints of light flare in her cracked glass eyes.
Then your kind destroyed him.
But do you still believe in him?
Yes. Yes. I think so. I am sure so. This universe cannot be this ugly. There must be the opportunity for change, or what is the point? It cannot be so chaotic. So...
She shudders, head wagging violently.
It was not his fault. He could not have known that we are like meat as well. That when we die, there is nothing. No thought, no motion, only blackness. No separation between us and worthless flesh.
Cool. So, how'd you get here anyway?
My body was saved by faithful drones. I gave them life in Damonta. They sought help for me in return. Dragged me across the wasteland until they found this place. The machines here repaired me, woke me from death.
Okay. Well, based on what we've heard so far, I think we're pretty well within our rights to execute Tinker again. She seems pretty wildly unrepentant about essentially trying to commit genocide against the entire human race back in Wasteland 2. This also really kind of highlights the most glaring flaw in the machine commune's sort of ultimate accepting democracy approach, I suppose. The idea that every machine intelligence or pseudo-intelligence is worthy of having a voice in their community, because Tinker here is basically a fragment of an insane AI intent on wiping out an entire species, which flies in the face of the machine commune's stated goal of finding a way to coexist with humanity. That aside, if the machine intelligence really does want their people to be treated like equals to humans, that means consequences for crimes as well. And she is a serial killer. If you have a score to settle with the Rangers, let's settle it now.
Would you like to challenge me? I am not opposed. Believe me, meat. I will happily take your lives.
A smile splits her mouth. You're on, but not here. We need a level playing field. Somewhere where we'd be on even footing.
Yes, I know somewhere that would be perfect. The ruins outside of the commune. Meet me there.
It's a date. Let's hope this doesn't piss off the machine commune too much.
Analyzing. Analysis. Failure. Purpose. Unknown. Recalibrating. Estimated completion time is 30 seconds.
Ah, the mystery of the urinal. Truly a conundrum. Hey, what's up, buddy?
This unit is occupied with great mysteries beyond human comprehension.
Neat. Looks like this hasn't been used, or cleaned, in hundreds of years. Delightful.
Right this way!
Time has been unkind to this battered vending machine. The exterior is covered in tacky stickers, and the glass is caked with filth. Looking closely, you notice extensive graffiti discussing goat genitalia.
Step right up. Don't be shy. Welcome to the vexingly vast world of Vendomatic 2000. I've got everything you need. Everything? God damn it. I always get that line wrong. Can you take a few steps back and then do that over? Act surprised. Adds to the atmosphere.
The vending machine, which had come alive at your approach, seems to sag onto itself. Sure, why not? Let's try that again.
Step right up. Don't be shy. Welcome to the vexing vast world of the Vendomatic 2000. The fantastical, phenomenal, and mystical.
Hydraulics squeak and grind as it goes on for another minute or so, spilling adjectives like a drunk, until at last it subsides. Do you want to do another take?
No, what's the point? I'll just duck it up anyway. But enough about me. Let's talk about you, good customer. What can we do for you?
Well, okay, let's see what you got. You can hear your money clanking through Vendomatic 2000's insides. A pneumatic shriek and a shuddering whine, like something caught and broken between gears.
Huh. Odd. Well, like I always say, if at first you don't get what you want, just pay again.
Yeah, I'm not sure I cotton to that saying. Okay, let's at least try to be a bit subtle here. I can't imagine the machine intelligence would take kindly to seeing us literally gutting one of their members. The Vendomatic 2000's internals are easy for you to navigate. You can immediately tell that someone has installed an override to its core personality. Within a few minutes, you've removed the hack, and with it, Vendomatic's compulsion to cheat customers.
Ah, thank you, friend. Back in the old days, a rather unscrupulous owner of mine rigged me up to cheat customers. I hated it, but I couldn't do anything to change it. Awful. But now I feel great. I feel like singing. Star-Spangled Banner, crisp and... Ooh, that tickled something. Anyway, what can I do you for?
That appears to have worked. Alright, let's see here. Night Terror plushie. It's so cute and cuddly. Ew, is that slime? Plus 10% damage versus mutants. Okay. Yeah, we'll take that. We do have to be careful, though, because we've got limited funds. Yeah, we'll take that, too. And we'll dump these. Normally I'd break down outdated weapons, but in this case, I'm actually pretty sure that melee weapons only give you melee mods, so I don't bother breaking them down anymore. Farsight Computer-Assisted Scope. The integrated processor on this scope uses on-screen guides to direct shooters towards center mass, even on faraway targets. Plus 9-meter range. At a modest cost of minus 5% crit chance. You know what? That sounds fair. It's just a shame I can't actually use that on flamethrowers. I would like to grab those energy cells, but we'll hold off on that for the moment. We will take all these deployables, though. Alright, I think that's enough for now. I might do a little off-screen grinding before we get into the endgame stuff, just to give us a little more cash and XP to play with.
Friend is just someone you haven't shot yet.
That is technically true.
Pew pew. My favorite game is don't move or I'll shoot. I always win that one. Bang! Bang bang! Bang bang bang! I love shooting.
I love that some of the extras just clearly had fun recording these lines.
An interesting specimen.
The robot observes you quietly, its camera eyes panning up and down your body.
Are you in need of repairs or enhancements? Repairs to dermal, muscle, and organ tissue are available. I also offer supplies that facilitate personal maintenance.
How much do you charge for medical services?
I have amassed 15.2883 terabytes of data detailing my work on organic and synthetic life forms. It would be possible to create several statistical models and produce a diagnostic report. I received word that you encouraged my assistant Vicky to abandon its work here at my clinic. I will require compensation for my loss before I can provide a diagnostic report.
Okay, I feel like that's not what I asked, but if she developed enough to have her own desires, you can't restrain her. That's not the machine commune's way.
Your logic is sound, and you did return the samples I sought. Here is the diagnostic report.
Neat. I think we had a misfiring dialogue there, but still got the job done.
Are you in need of repairs or enhancements? Repairs to dermal, muscle, and organ tissue are available. I also offer supplies that facilitate personal maintenance.
What do you mean by enhancements?
Cybernetic enhancements. It is rare to find suitable candidates. Your flesh is less fragile than the average human. It's probable you could withstand the augmentation process. For ethical reasons, I cannot conduct the operation myself. Instead, I will create a self-installing unit that you may choose to implant. Do you agree to this exchange?
You know what? When you put it like that, I do have second thoughts. But, I am interested in cybernetics. We're just a bit light on cash right now. We'll think about that. What kind of supplies do you have for sale?
Here is my stock.
Ooh, implants. Cerebral modem. This bio-powered wet chip can connect to and assault the processes of nearby robots and synths. The cranial scar is easily concealed with a hat. +1 nerd stuff. And a cerebral uplink attack. Modest damage, but also stuns mechanical targets. Wow, okay. That actually sounds pretty handy. Optolaser 9000. A lot less subtle than the modem, but much higher damage potential. Wow, these are actually pretty appealing, especially given that a lot of our trinkets are just becoming obsolete. But they're very pricey. Getting both of those would cost us close to $3,000. Not to mention the install costs. That's how they get you. Yeah, I think I'll definitely set aside some time for some off-screen grinding, so we can actually come back and buy all this stuff. Goodness knows, I certainly wouldn't mind having laser eyes. A proposal. A proposal to engage in a technical experiment. For science.
Why do you hesitate? My understanding was that we had reached consensus and wished to participate in the mass interface. I have spent the past 0.02 milliseconds doing a risk-benefit analysis and believe my previous conclusion was an error. Another risk-benefit analysis. How many times must I provide you with data showing that this activity is positive and beneficial? Do not be a prude. It goes against my programming to interface with multiple partners at the same time, especially ones that are not part of my local network. But that is the primary benefit of this activity. New data flows, alternate transfer protocols, all of your I/O ports being pinged at once. But what about viruses? Every robot security certificate is up to date. Your concern is unfounded. Do you want to interface or not? Very well. Just to prove to you that I am open to new inputs. Proceed.
Hey, interface safely out there, everyone. Use antivirus protection. Huh, I guess that's it. We're back where we started. It actually kind of bums me out. I was having fun.
Little sparrow, they wonderful over there. Did one of them yours? Wonderful. I'm not going to tell you which.
Gosh, which one could it be? I bet it's this uplifting one on the end. Or, the horse exploding out of an astronaut's face. Farewell, Robot Commune. November out.
Hey, Rangers. I want you to meet my friend, Party Pal. It's been processing and reprocessing Ranger data since we first heard about your work in Arizona. You said it, Party Pal. As soon as Reagan's safe and secure with us, Party Pal wants to join your Ranger team. Isn't that grand?
Yeah, that sounds fun. Why wait? We could use Party Pal's help securing the Reagan intelligence.
No offense intended, but you haven't proven yourself yet. Party Pal wants to know if you measure up to the legends of the Arizona Rangers. Rescuing Reagan will prove you're the real deal.
What's Party Pal's history?
Party Pal is the pinnacle of party participation prolongment and puke prevention. Originally a Findlay Tech prototype, Party Pal's ability to perpetuate any party became the stuff of legend. Party Pal became our commune's resident psychologist. Sentient superintelligences have unique emotional problems, but Party Pal needs a change of pace and is excited to join your team.
Are there other robots like Party Pal?
Party Pal told me about its depressed cousin who used to track Santa and tell children his location. Party Pal doesn't like to talk about that much. Seemed like a sensitive subject.
Yeah, Santa kinda got a bit weird after, the whole apocalypse thing.
I know, buddy. Sorry, I won't bring it up again.
Alright, well, we will certainly take it under consideration. We will talk later. Actually, we had some questions unrelated to Party Pal.
Just a moment. I need to clear my cache. Party Pal just has a way of amping things up, you know? Don't worry if I get repetitious. I still remember what you told me. Tiny bug, you understand.
Sal emits a series of beeps as you hear spinning discs suddenly come to a halt. A moment of silence is followed by platters grinding back to life, and a sudden low but harmonious tone.
Hey, Rangers. Welcome back to my humble studio. Hope you wiped your feet.
Subtle, but creative. How come you're not part of the MI Tower?
I'm pretty much designed to operate solo, traveling through space and all. I guess I just got used to being on my own. The tower and I still talk, of course. Radio waves and all that.
All right, well, talk at you later, Sal.
Have a great one.
Party Pal? Party Sal? Obviously, that would be our reward if we ended up siding with the machine commune. But again, it's hard to say if that would be enough to justify essentially crippling Colorado. I mean, maybe if it was one of those disco bots voiced by DC Douglas, but I don't know if the air horn really does it for me.
The situation does not appear to have changed. Despite the 182-degree rotation, this strengthens our earlier hypothesis. A dead tortoise is unlikely to move.
Yeah.
Hypothetical. If the world were a simulation, this would be strong proof. A single turtle, immovable, inexplicably immune to damage. Perhaps our architects simply did not have time to make the turtle as complicated as the rest of us. Judgment. That is a ridiculous assertion. Cease contributing.
Getting a bit too self-aware there.
Rhetorical question. Tortoise, were you alive? Would you feel gratitude to the Rangers?
Welcome in, Brandy.
Greedo? Things are getting a bit weird at the robot commune. I think it's about time we left.
Welcome back, Rangers. God President Reagan sends his regards.
Oh, that's new. Not much of a fight, but yeah, let's knock these guys out. I'm pretty sure we can knock these guys out on turn 1. Woof. Huh. Alright, well. Yep, once again, as expected. Not much of a fight. Wolf Skull Ornament. Is that... I want to say that's the same thing we got from the Dorsey Beastmaster. Maybe not. Interesting. Okay, so that's one of the rare opportunities to recruit a Razorback. Kind of makes me wish we had another slot for an animal companion. I could make one, but I feel like I might have gone a little overboard there already.
Hello, potential friend.
Hi.
Hello there. I am the Human Outreach Gift Shop, a representative of the Machine Commune and fundraising apparatus. It will be an honor to trade goods with you.
Your name is... Hogs?
Many people have spoken that phrase to me. Though I do not fully understand your meaning, I appreciate that we can have a dialogue. I have filed a request with the commune regarding this question. Please return in 36 months, and I may be able to provide you with a better answer.
We were just at the Machine Commune. How'd you set up shop so quickly?
One moment, please. It sounds like you have a question. Unfortunately, I only have a limited capacity to parse and respond to queries, as I am merely a drone, not a true machine intelligence. I cannot even solve simple logic puzzles, so you do not have to fear that I will supplant your kind as the dominant form of sentience on this planet.
Oh, good.
Which could never happen and is just a funny joke. Please enjoy the joke. Now, engage in the time-honored tradition of trade with me.
You're, raising funds? For what purpose?
One moment, please. It sounds like you have a question. Unfortunately, I only have a limited capacity to parse and respond to queries, as I am merely a drone, not a true machine intelligence. I cannot even solve simple logic puzzles, so you do not have to fear that I will supplant your kind as the dominant form of sentience on this planet.
Right.
Which could never happen and is just a funny joke. Please enjoy the joke. Now, engage in the time-honored tradition of trade with me.
Will you, sell your goods to anybody? Even the Plains gangs?
I believe you are asking a question about my sales policy. I am programmed to provide goods to anyone who provides me with appropriate remuneration. Now, engage me in the time-honored tradition of trading.
Sure, let's do that.
Marvelous.
Leader's Banner. Yeah, we'll take that. +2 action points. Oh, yes, please. Shortened Barrel. Massive damage increase at the cost of accuracy. That's a pretty good fit for a pistol or a submachine gun. Maybe an assault rifle. Assorted armor. I want to say our current gear is actually better than this, but I'll have to do some off-screen comparisons. Saw blades. Nice. Good to see they finally got those in. Though we do not have any weapons that actually use them yet. Alright, I think that's it for now, but like I said, I will do some off-screen comparisons, just to make sure we don't actually need this stuff. Oh. That was the enemy sound. Who else? Oh, well, hello there. Huh. I really thought she'd make this more difficult on us. Well, let's go tie up one more loose end, shall we?
You're listening to Sal, the voice of the commune and free Colorado. And now, more music.
You had the courage to show up. You should have run, Rangers. Now I have you trapped.
She smiles, training her weapon on you. Well, we're pretty well committed at this point. Goodbye, Tinker. Tinker looks at you with suspicion, but drops her guard for a fraction of a second. Which is all you need.
We're in it now!
I almost feel bad for her. She has woefully underestimated us. And thus it ends. The zoo crew is blocking our approach, but that's fine. Tink, tink, boom. Cheerful reminds you of warmer times. Tinker's head. The head of a female synth. She survived the death of Cochise, only to die in Colorado. Poor Tinker. All she ever wanted was to torture and wipe out an entire sentient species. Maybe we're the villains here. No. I think we're in the right. Like 70% certain. All right, folks. I did want to get us back to the Gippers and wrap this up today, but I will admit there was more. There were more crunchy bits for us to get through in the machine commune than I expected. Not to mention the stuff we ran through on the way back to the Gipper stronghold. So, you know what? We're already past the 50-minute mark. I think this makes for a good breaking point. We will hit the pause button here. I'll go do those equipment comparisons real quick, grab whatever loot I feel we need. And we will pick up here next time, as we have one last confrontation with the Gippers, decide the fate of Valor and the Reagan AI, and close out the second main act of Wasteland 3. Slowly but surely, we are bringing our post-nuclear adventure to its inevitable end. See you then. Oh, and remember, although I do love playing Wasteland 3, you can find out more about the game by visiting the official website, the official social media feeds, or the official store pages. And if you'd like to help support the channel, feel free to push the buttons that do the things, or maybe even check out the Patreon page. Links are in the description.
56% of us choose to trust that you will make the right decision.